But we'll move on to I guess more of a positive viewpoint of this weekend is Tottenham Hotspur. Um, they looked really, really good. They looked fantastic against Man United. They look a side reformed. They are exactly Tottenham Hotspur now are exactly what Tottenham Hotspur fans like have been going on at. You know what I mean? Being a team that's aggressive, pressing from the front. You know what I mean? That's what they've been begging for. You know, since Poch left, they got Mourinho and Conte, the two defensive-minded managers, and now they got Ange. Can never say his last name correctly, so we're just going to call him Ange. Postecoglou, that's it. Ange Postecoglou in, and he has got them playing some fantastic stuff. And you know, James Maddison seems to be a real brilliant player.
Yeah, he looks quality for them. Yeah, he looks.
I don't think Richarlison had a bad game either. I thought Richarlison led the line very, very well. He's not
wasn't a threat, but he presses and stuff. Yeah.
But that's what Ange Postecoglou wants them to do.
I think that will get you so far. I think he needs goals. I think he really does.
Well, I think they still need a few additions. I still think they need a number 9.
I agree.
Positive signs from Tottenham.
Yeah, for sure.
So much better.
Basuma looks like a new player. Basuma playing like he was taking the piss out of them at times, and Sarr played really well as well.
That Van der Ven, I'm a big fan of as well. That
he looks decent. I like Adoji as well. Adoji looks like a really
both
good
fullbacks. Pedro Porro was really surprised me. I thought it was fantastic. I really can't fault that Spurs performance. I thought it was excellent. I think I do like Son as captain as well. I think he is a leader. I think he's always got a positive attitude as well, which will definitely help Spurs. You know, you've had so much negativity around the club for God knows how many years that you need sort of like a positive influence in the dressing room. That's gonna strive the team forward. As much as Harry Kane, I would like to say, was a very, very good leader. I think Son,
different sort of leader.
Son's different. He's got a different energy about him that's much more positive, and I think it's a great decision by Ange. I can never say his name. I'm calling him Ange again. To appoint him as captain of the team. Yeah. But like you said, the transfers that they brought in the likes of Maddison and Van der Ven and Udogie, I think I've really settled in there. It's looking really good over there.
I think, in my opinion, that you watch them, they look like a team that they look like free. I think they're allowed to express themselves. There's no pressure on them. And I said this before. I think I said that at the start of the season. I think they're going to play like that a lot. I don't see them being like real title contenders or anything like that for sure. But because they need a goal scorer. But they're just playing like a team that they can literally they've got no pressure on them. And I think the players are looking like that, as in Maddison's having fun, Basuma's enjoying himself on the pitch. But what I will say is I think United gave it to him. United looked awful.
Don't get me wrong. I will say United look awful, but we can't take anything away from that Tottenham performance.
Oh no, I'm not. But I'm also like, you've got to look at both ends. United, I've not seen United play that. Casemiro looked terrible. Mason Mount did nothing again. Rashford literally might as well not be on the pitch up top in my opinion.
I'll tell you what about Marcus Rashford. I saw a fantastic tweet earlier, and it was a Man United fan, and he said he was watching Norwich versus Millwall, and he said he's really impressed with this Norwich team that they've managed to get a 34-year-old Barnes pressing for 90 minutes. We can't even get 25 minutes out of Marcus Rashford. It made me chuckle. But no, you're absolutely right. You're bang on about the Man United situation. I think Roy Keane summed it up perfectly. Man United are the new Tottenham, desperate. And what they're desperate for is quite. It's very unknown.
Yeah, I think it's weird because
it just lacks leadership.
Yeah, there's no one like Martinez. Martinez is a very good defender. I'm not saying it, but he's so rash, and you saw it yesterday. Every time I saw him, he was on the floor or sliding or something, and then look at that for an own goal as well. That's embarrassing. However much money they spent on him should not be doing that. The keeper's a very good keeper. I don't think he was really at fault for anything.
Yeah, I thought I like Onana. I think there was one bit of the game where he springed the pass about 50 yards. Fantastic.
Yeah, he did not.
I didn't think Garnacho played too bad. I thought he was quite a threat, especially that first half. I thought he looked like quite a good threat. But apart from that, there was nothing really for me to. First half, United weren't awful, I don't think. Second half, there was nothing. Like it was so flat from them, and obviously when we spoke, me and you both spoke very, very highly of Manchester United going into the season. Our prediction video, which you can go check out on the channel, it's our first ever video we've done. but we spoke very, very highly of Manchester United. We like what they've done in the summer window. We appreciate they got rid of a lot of the deadwood and brought in some good players. But nothing's really seemed to click. And there's a lot of question marks onto what that could be, and what they need going forward. But I think a leader and an experienced leader that's really going to group them together and get them playing football is a must.
I think watching it as well for both sides, they both screamed they needed a number 9. Don't get wrong, United have one in Højlund, but he's sort of an open book, an unfinished book. No one really knows what they're getting from him.
Well, they spent enough money on him, so he's
exactly. I see that.
There's a lot of pressure on him for a young lad now.
There is
as well.
pressure on him, but they both screamed Harry Kane, which is, I know it's so obvious to say, but they both screamed like a team that needed a Harry Kane in their team.
Do you think?
In my opinion, I think they did because, look at the chance. Bruno had a great chance. I think Rashford had a half decent chance, and it's their chance that Rashford's not a striker. I think Rashford's an exceptional footballer. I really do. But off the left, as soon as you put him up top, he's mediocre. He's pointless there. He doesn't have the strength, physicality, the sort of that hold up play. He likes run out defenders. He likes cutting in. If he played up top all season, there's so many other players better than him up top. But on the left, he's one of the best in the league, if not arguably the best in the league at that position. And I think for Tottenham, they look very good, as I said, going for but I do think there'll be other times where teams will be a lot better defensively, and they'll need Richarlison to step up. They'll need Son to step up. These players that are the ones who get in the goals. I thought Kulusevski was decent, but he was also a bit quiet at times. And I think they're the players that are going to need to get goals, like at least 10 each, as in from Son and Richarlison, if they want to push top 4. Yeah, I think is definitely what they need, and they need. That's what I think. Both teams just needs goals.
It's early signs are definitely positive for Tottenham, and I think. I think they are definitely contenders for the top 4 now with that performance.
For sure.
If they can carry it on, especially with the new way that Ange's got them playing.